Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I am Batman, and today I am showing you ways that you can increase your fame in order to access more content. If you find this video helpful, I ask that you please like the video and subscribe to the channel so I know that people are actually watching this stuff and find it useful. This will also help me keep me motivated to continuing putting out more guide videos. Now, let's get into the guide. Alright guys, so it's pretty simple. All you have to do is watch my previous video about where to farm your better gear and equip the better gear. That's it. End of the video. No, I'm just kidding. But when you're starting out, there's going to be a little bit of nuance. There's some tips and tricks I'd like to show you in order to increase your fame for the initial part. So just to have a quick overview of what you're looking for, you want to have all of your armors to be epic grade, and you notice that they're purple because they were upgraded by Delezie materials. And then your special equipments, you want to all be epic grade, and then these three accessory slots want to be primeval grade. Now my ring is a black fang, and I'll talk a little bit about that another time too. You also want basically primeval grade on your armor, your set pieces, and then you want primeval grade in your oath pieces. So you want that many points. So right when you start your booster character, from what I remember, I think you start out around unique level, and you probably don't have any oath stuff yet. So let me hop onto a character and show you how some upgrades will look, some early upgrades. Now I'm not going to use my booster characters because I increased their fame a lot already. So this character, you'll notice that I am epic 3 level right now, so I'm not close to primeval yet. And my fusion stones, or my oath right now, these are all the old stuff from level 115 cap part 1, right? The new oath will be all these crystals, okay? So just immediately, I mean, if you have an old character or your booster character, you're going to immediately have all this. So I want to convert right now. Let's see what happens. So immediately converting will jump up, or it should jump up my fame a bit right now. Okay, so I don't know why I didn't convert that stuff, but alright. Actually, my fame went down, surprisingly. Okay, so you'll notice that in my armory, this gets bumped up to primeval tier just because I have a few oaths equipped. Or not equipped, but in my armory. It will boost up my set points up to primeval, alright? So I'm just going to equip one singular oath crystal. Because right now, my oath has 0 points. Nothing. I equip one, guess what happens? Bam! I went up 10,000 fame, right? Why? Because oath points finally apply to my set points, right? So equipping one singular crystal will do that automatically for you. So right now I'm on my booster character, so I have relatively low set points. These are all, you know, unique. I got a few legendaries here, not that much. And I ran a few hell modes and I got a few things. Got a little lucky. Not bad. And so I used all these oath points right here, 920. They all go into my set points. So use whatever you have highest in oath points. And when you're doing your hell mode runs, use whatever you have the highest in your set points as well. So as you increase your fame, there's a few benchmarks that you really want to hit. The first benchmark is enough fame to go into Delezie Raid. So you'll note this channel is the actual raid, and this is the solo mode right here. Now when you're starting out, the solo mode might take you a while to clear, but don't worry, you have unlimited life tokens. Just keep pummeling at the boss and eventually you'll get it. And you can also watch my guide on this very channel for, you know, how some of the mechanics work for the bosses. The second major benchmark you want to hit is to have enough fame so that you can actually get into a raid. So from my personal experience, to get into a normal Delezie raid, I recommend that you have at least 80,000, 85,000 fame. And this is hard mode, but for normal mode, I think if you're at least 85,000 fame, most raid leaders should be able to take you. If not, you can always buy a run. I mean, you probably won't have enough gold if you're starting out, so try to get as much fame as possible. Or if you got friends, join a group. They'll carry you for free if you want. The reason why you want to do Delezie Raid is because you get to upgrade your epic armors. Right, you get these materials right here, Plague Seeds, and you also get this Dark Blight. This is for your weapon. So you'll notice that my weapon has some tuning, right? So you can tune from level 2 to level 3 if you have enough of this. I'll go into tuning later. You can tune your other equipment too, and you can even tune your oaths. So I'll go over that later. But, so I actually have enough to upgrade right now. I'll show you what it's like. So, upgrade Delezie. Nice. And let me upgrade this one too. I have enough for it. So this jumps up your fame a little bit. It's not as much as your armors and your accessories and such, but this is kind of like min-maxing from level 115 cap part 1. Of course, increasing and getting lucky, increasing your oaths will matter more, but you know, you find whatever upgrades you can. So next, I am going to tune my weapon. So, as I mentioned, you're going to get these materials, Dark Blight, and the events have been generous enough, they gave you some free Dark Blight boxes. You get them from this event right here. I think it was. Yeah, see? You get a few here, some here, and a little bit here. So, I'm just going to go ahead and use one. Bam, alright, so now tune / promote. Watch my fame go up just a little bit. Not enough to get a notification, but now I can actually do a... Can I... Oh, I can't do this yet? Oh, I'm so close. Anyways, this is why you want to do Delezie Raid. This is the time-gated, time-limited upgrade. Upgrading your weapon is very, very important. You're going to be using your weapon for a long time, so, you know, you want to get as many materials as possible, so you can get ready for that. So to quickly summarize, the 2 fame benchmarks that are really important: have enough fame, so it's 63,000 or so, to at least enter Delezie and be able to do solo mode if you can. Otherwise, get it to like 85k or strong enough that raid leaders will accept you into their party. Again, I have a guide on Delezie Raid. A lot of it may not apply anymore because everyone just blows it all up, but it's still good to know. So you can check out that guide in my YouTube videos and my playlists. So next, I'm going to show you other ways that you can get better gear without just playing DFO. You know, participate in the events. So this right here, Oracle's module research, is so good, right? So you keep running dungeons and you produce stuff, right? And so you're getting either set pieces here or equipment slots right here. So just as an example, so like this character's not done. I'm missing one epic piece right here. So if I were to get an epic one, and this resets every single week, all the way till October 6th, you can build out fully decked epic characters, like 2 full characters. I'm in week 2 right now. How many weeks do we have left still? I'm gonna check my phone really quick. Can't math. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 whole weeks. So 7 times 3. You get to get 3 each week. 21 epics for free, basically. And that's on top of things that you might randomly find, okay? So let's say I want to get this top. So I'm going to go for Dragon, because I'm wearing Dragon set. I'm blind. Where is it? Here it is, right? Dragon, top, right there. I can press get to grab it. I don't actually want this, but I'm just showing you how it works. You might also wonder, what set should I be going for? Basically, whatever you have the highest set points in. Generally though, you will have a easier time finding epics Whatever you have primevals in is what you should be building towards. So I have 2 primevals for dragon set. I don't have anything else for the rest, so I decided not to focus on them as much. I have 2 on cleansing. That's actually really good, but because I had 2 on dragon is what I started to focus on this character. And now for oath, just whatever you have the highest in, right? So cleansing is highest for me, so that's what I ended up going with. So I want to go over one more major thing. So if you go to the Mystical Grimoire, you notice Distinct Oath Crystal Recipe Box and Mist Crystal Fragment. So you get one of these per week, and this is just whatever, right? So I have my recipes right here. That's what I got from the first box, and did I use my... I think I used my Oath Crystal. So I'm going to show you another character. Oh, that's the wrong character. Here we go. So, see, I still have one Mist Crystal Fragment. So how do these things work? So, I'm going to grab the necklace. So, if you go to your armory, old fusion stones. This is for people who played on the last part of 115 cap. So I was going to upgrade this. So these distinct fusion stones, they do not apply to oath. But you'll see this distinct right here. This, you can change these fusion stones into an oath crystal. So I'm actually going to craft this. So if I were to, you know, my fame's 98k. If I were to just replace this, I go down, right? Because this doesn't give me any oath points. This does. But I can turn this into an oath crystal. So I have this necklace here. Turn this. That's that mist crystal fragment from earlier. Craft, okay? So I equip this now and voila, right? I'm a little stronger now. Now, how do you get these fusion stones? How do you get all these old fusion stones? So in order to do so, you have to run Delezie Raid and Venus. That's why I recommend it. These don't directly give you oath crystals, but they do give you the fusion stones in order to craft them. Now, unfortunately, finding distinct fusion stones is a lot harder than it used to be. The raid shop used to be able to, you could buy it right here. So what you have to do is you have to get lucky. So you'll find these boxes right here. Enable distinct fusion stone, and this is the Venus one. So what you would do is, let's say, let's grab one of these, right? And some of them are better than others. This one's not great. Let's try another one. For ring, you want... I mean, this one's good, right? This one's good, especially for free-to-play players, right? It gives you a bunch of speed. And then you upgrade this using these. So you get them from Delezie Raid. You might be short on them because if you're starting out, you won't have many. If you go to the raid shop, if you were doing in a Desk Wars, you can get a few of these. Let's say I get 300, whatever. Just an example, okay? Yeah, I got some. How else do you get them? That's pretty much it. So yeah, it takes time, but this is more like a stopgap. Because eventually, these legendary grades will be replaced by epic grades eventually. But in the meantime, this will replace the pink ones, the unique ones that I have right now. So that's another way you can upgrade your oaths. Also, while you're running some hell mode dungeons, you will find special shops. And every now and then, they'll sell these. Starry Orderkeeper scales, and then this is the epic version of it. Always buy them. It costs some materials to use, but, you know, let me just show you what it looks like, right? You use some souls. That's okay. Alright, I got nothing good, that's fine, but, you know, it's something. Let's do the epic one, right? Ready? This might be good. Oh, epic. I wanted to get Primeval. Oh, I got a few epics, that's not bad. Wow. Not bad. Let me actually disassemble them and... Fortunately, I didn't get any major upgrades, but maybe for Fox, it's not bad. In any case, don't forget to buy these scales. Keep participating in events. Use all the goodies that they give you. Don't forget to participate in this one. You get free epics every single week, so keep using them. Okay, next order of business for increasing your fame. Let me go over the enchants. Let's stay in this main screen here, right? So you'll notice the green numbers. All of your equipment can be enchanted with different cards. You see, you go to profession. All these cards can give certain stats to various slots, right? So if you go to DFOpedia, you go to enchant, you get to see all the possible cards, right? Some more expensive than others, right? This is more like min-maxing stuff, right? So you're not able to get every single enchant that I have. These are event ones that I have for these 2 slots, but everything else you can grab somewhere from the auction hall. So just as an example, I think on your booster character, when you first start out, your enchants aren't that bad. So accessories, you get elemental damage, that's good. But let's say I want to upgrade my bracelet and my ring. These are pretty easy ones to do. So go to DFOpedia, go to enchant, look up what ring to grab, and make sure you grab the DPS ones. Now, this one is expensive. I'll show you. Let's see if there's any in the auction house. Artificial God. Oh, that's prototype. Nabel, right here. So how much does this cost? Oh, 10 mil is actually not bad. It might be worth going for this. But there is another very cheap alternative for ring. Where is it? This one. Forest Messenger. If you were to look this up. 1.3, okay? I mean, it's a 1% difference. This only gives 1%, the other one gave 2%, but honestly, each percent stacks up, but this is also why we are min-maxing. So, for all your enchant spots, look up each slot and go from there. I'll give you a few recommendations. So, most of these are actually okay already. Now, for pants are notoriously expensive. So, this one is Eliev of Platinum Luck. Right now it's 18, it used to be way more. But fortunately, you get this for free from this girl here. If you choose the DPS one, right? So that's 2%. There's no other good pants one, so it might be worth going for this one first. Bracelet and ring, 1% enchants are pretty good and cheap. These are all pretty good already. So I know for, okay, Magic Stone, for 5 elemental damage from 35 to 40, you would want to get Visima. This one I know. Visima. Now it's 4 mil. It used to be way more expensive now, so it's pretty good. So it's worth going for that. And the belt, for 1% difference, you might want to go for it. I think it's Elder. 12 mil. It's not bad. So that's enchant. That's more min-maxing stuff. Next, let me go over some avatars, okay? So, for avatars, you know, this is how you dress up your character. So I have nothing here, but clone avatars is what gives you the stats. So in order to grab these, you just go to the auction hall, and whatever the package is that's going on at the moment will have a box. So Tropical Vacation Clone. This is the one you're searching for. So let me... Tropical Vacation Clone. And you can get these avatars. Pretty cheap. You get a full set. However, there is an event right now. I don't remember where I got it from, but... You got this. This is... it gives you stats and it gives you the look. So you could choose to do this. But I also recommend only do this once, okay? So hopefully I get this right. You press coupon. There's a coupon code going on right now. What is it called? I will link it in the description, but you're supposed to type in a special code. It is 2026. Wait, I'm not sure if it's case sensitive. It is case sensitive. 1,000 sand seas. Redeem. Guess what I got? Full set of rare clones. Okay, so what happens is rare clones are going to be better than regular clones, mostly because you get platinum emblem slots. You see the little hole in the bottom left? I'm not going to actually grab for this character, but you also get emblems here and then platinum emblem right here. And you slot them into your rare clones. So let me show you what that looks like on some other characters that I have. Let's go on Normaya. Right, so you see that I have my platinum emblems filled up right here. So make sure you're very careful, right? You only need to do this once, but don't mess up. And if you want to know what options you should get for every single rare clone, like, oh, movement speed, should I get, you know, HP max or whatever, or the top is important, what skill should I get? Go on DFOgang. Let me show you really quick. So yeah, I just checked. My platinum emblems are correct. I am using Stigma. That's fine. But my top option I have on Vespers, which is it's the wrong skill. So how do I fix it? You can go to the shop. If you go to mileage, you get mileage by playing or buying stuff. The rare avatar option, change cube. Now, it costs 200 mileage. I don't have enough, but I will have to change this when I get the chance. So yeah, use DFOgang to check. So speaking of avatars, I think now's a good time to talk about buff enhancement. So you notice that every time you enter a dungeon, your character does a buff and you get a little cutscene of your character's portrait, right? So if you press I, go to buff enhancement, you are auto-casting a buff skill every single time you enter a dungeon, okay? So it's different for every character, and you'll see that all this stuff, what is it? So I'm going to unequip everything really quick just to show you. Alright, so by default, the level is plus, well, it's actually +4, but Neo Premium makes it higher. So it makes, I'm going to be weaker right now. But there are ways to increase your buff enhancements. So the most important ones are the title. So I have this title, but you're most likely going to have to grab Adventurer's Will. I have to look at this up. Adventurer's Will. Alright, you have to grab this. It costs some Sarah. And then you have to keep rolling it until you get the correct title. Let me show you a character that does have it. Who has one? No, not her. I think it's her. Yeah, so I had this one, right? I rolled enough times. You'll see that I have Lovely Temple +2 on the right side, alright? So I rolled a bunch to get that. But also the game gives you events. So I have one title somewhere. I have to look for it. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, so I found it. It's right here. Seria's gift title box. I think this is the same thing you got from just logging in. No, it's not. I don't remember where I got this, but I got this from an event somewhere. Alright, so in any case that you're going to get +3 from a title, you're going to also have a creature that gives +1 to your buff. And then you're also, very importantly, going to have your rare clone avatars that give you +2 from the top, +1 from the bottom. And how am I describing this? So what I'm wearing right now are my DPS top and bottom. So we talked about it. I have Stigma for my Platinum emblems, and I'll change my top option, Stigma for Platinum emblem here. But for my top option here, it's Congest. And my Platinum is also Congest. So it's same here. So I equip these. And it says I'm at max because I had an extra point from Neo Premium contract, but you won't have Neo Premium contract in raid content, so don't let it lie to you. And finally, you'll get these Abyss equipment. They increased your buff by a little bit. I think total 6%. So I have all of them. I'm going to equip them all. I'll show you how to get these. So, from events, number 1. So here, you can get 3 from this. Each month, you can get a few from this NPC. So I got my one for the month you use Pilgrimage Seal. So make sure you run your gold farming dungeon, right, guys? And various events will give you more. I think, does Malich have one? I might be misremembering. But yeah, this is relatively low priority. You'll eventually get them for all your characters, right? I'm still working on these for some of my characters. So that's buff enhancement. Next, let me talk about Cat. So creature, aura, and title. So first of all, creature. Voyage Captain Selena is the best one right now. You can buy them off the auction hall for some money. So Voyage Captain, right? Okay, that's just more expensive than I remember, but yeah, this is the best pet by a long shot. The booster pet is like 20%, 19% attack amp. This girl is 40%. You're getting like close to 20% more damage. I think it might be a little bit more than that, but that's a huge difference. Next is aura. So why is it not showing my stuff? Okay, so aura right here. You notice it has a little platinum emblem slot here, right? So aura slots can be a little expensive. So the new package has the best aura. I think it's called Tropical Vacation Aura. So what you do is you buy one of these auras, and it comes out to one of 3 auras, and you use these change tickets until it becomes the best one. So it might take some money to do so. And I actually need one for one of my alts, so I'm actually going to do it right now. Alright. Let's go gambling, friends. Okay. So I got that. Which aura did I get? The not as good one. And let me buy some change tickets. Okay, so let me buy all these. I'm not sure. Let's hope I'm a little bit lucky. Let's only buy 20. So I had to open this box first. Alright. So I have this aura right here. Let's go. Alright, so I didn't get it, so I have to keep buying more change tickets. Let's get some more. All right, we got it. I actually got a little bit lucky. I've had it where the bar went all the way, right? So I'll equip this. This is the best aura. I happen to have the platinum emblem I want, so I'm actually gonna wait. I'm gonna go ahead and equip this right now, and I don't really care. I'll get the right emblems later. All right, I'll fix that up. All right, so that's the aura. Next, let's go over the title. So the title you want to get is one that has attack amp plus 20% and skill level 1 through 95. So you can go into the auction hall and buy one. I forgot what it was called. It's the same one that this person has. Legend of Frost, that's what it's called. Alright, so it costs quite a bit of money, but again, it's worth it. Alternatively, for all three of those things, you can sometimes check the event package shop. So this is the best aura right here. It might have been cheaper if I bought this instead, actually. Is there a title here? There's no title. So right now, the only title you can get is the one that you buy. And you can get the pet here too. In order to get these coins, you exchange them from individual packs from the package right now. So what you could do is you could buy with real money, or buy the package with gold, or alternatively, check the prices of each individual item yourself. So generally, so let me check really quick. So you notice the conversion rate. The aura box is 3 coins. The avatar look is 2 coins, and the pet is 2 coins. And this the title is also 2 coins. So I want to check all of them and see what the prices are looking like. You generally don't want to trade in the bonus box. The Neo Premium is usually a lot more expensive. So I want to check avatar look first, and check the aura and look at the conversion rates. So tropical vacation avatar. So 2 coins is about 3.7 mil each here. Let's check aura. It's less. It's less than 3.1 mil. So this is a pretty good conversion rate. And let's check title. Okay, it's also like 3.1-ish. And creature. Oh, it's even less than a little bit less than 3.1. So creature right now would be the best conversion rate. So you buy a few of these, convert them here, exchange it for coins, and then you can buy some of the stuff here. Alright, so to summarize right now, you can buy Voyage Captain Selena for your pet. For your title, you can buy Legend of Frost right now. And for aura, you either get it from the package itself by buying the aura and converting it, or you buy enough so they have coins to get it from this NPC. So the last thing I want to talk about today is gear equipment. So for me, I use this training center and I walk over to Kiri. Alternatively, if you want so if you want to add it, you can upgrade equipment, confirm, and it will take you straight to Kiri like this, okay? So let me talk about upgrading your weapon first. If you recall, in my other videos I talked about the difference between reinforce and refining. So reinforce is for percent damage classes, and I talked about all the characters that are percent. If you're not sure, press K, go to any of your skills, and attack damage type percent. Fixed damage character, let's go to one of my guys here. How about this guy here? So his skills, if you look, fixed. So again, reinforce is for percent, refine is for fixed. I mentioned it before, but refining costs 0 gold. Reinforce. Okay, by the way, even if I reinforce on this character, it does absolutely nothing. But just to show you, it costs gold. And eventually, a lot of it. So, if you're a booster character, you probably already have an upgraded weapon, so you don't need to worry about this. But if you don't use a booster, say it's just plus 12 and 8 refine, it's already there. But in case you don't, reinforcing, we'll use, I recommend safe reinforcement. These layering cores you get from just running dungeons, and you get it from the gold dungeon too. And to refine, you need powerful energy. To grab that, you go to the shop, powerful energy boxes, and use layering cores. So I have a bunch, so let me say I grab 50 boxes. Alright. Alright, some health energy. So, let's see if I can get this. I need to go to plus 8. Okay, I got it. Pretty lucky. But anyways, again, booster characters don't have to worry about this. But if you level up in Odyssey mode or whatever, that's how you refine. And then you can also reinforce, right? Finally, I'm going to talk about amplification. So, in order to amplify, your gear have to be cursed, and it has to have the little pink numbers that I show you. For DPS characters, you don't really need to use amplification, but amplification, it costs a lot of money. It's low priority for DPS, but it does jump your fame up quite a bit. Ideally, you go to plus 10. So let me show you a few of my characters that are plus 10, right? So, so my Swordmaster is plus 10. I have 1 plus 11 from an event. Let's go look at her. She's also plus 10. Plus 11 because I got lucky. This is reinforced. It might be worth reinforcing the earring slots only, but everything else should be amped. If you are a buffer, unfortunately, amps are absolutely necessary. So this is what my main buffer, she's plus 11. This costs a lot of gold, so realistically, you're going to be plus 10 if you want to get to endgame. Like this character is plus 10. I have a few plus 11s, got lucky on a few of them. And this girl, also plus 10 on everything. So your buffers need to be plus 10 in order to buff reasonably. So why should you want to amp your equipment if you're not a buffer for your DPS? Well, the main reason is, for the most part, a lot of raid leaders, especially on like day 1, they like to see that your character, you actually care, you actually try hard enough to gear your character. They want to see plus 10s because that means you've been playing long enough. But you do get a little bit damage bonus, not only from the strength, but see, my weapon is plus 10 amp, and you'll see overall damage plus 0.2%. If everything is amped to plus 10, you get like 2%, 3% damage bonus. So it's not nothing, but for how much gold it costs, it's not a lot. But this is why I put amping at the end of the video, because for DPS, this is relatively low priority. If you have enough money, you have a character you actually care about, go ahead and do it. Neopal gave out one event where it automatically gets all of your gear to plus 10 amp, and that's what I happen to use on this buffer. So that was really cool. I hope they do it more often. But for buffers, again, is actually like the #1 thing that people look for. You can have terrible gear, but have really good amps and a buffer, and you're stronger than someone with good gear and terrible amps. So, in order to summarize ways to up your fame, The number one priority is get better gear, get better set points, and work on your oath points. Second, make sure you do your raids. Upgrade your Delezie armors and upgrade your Delezie weapon. Second major priority, make sure you have some clone avatars. You have the rare clone avatars from the events. No excuse not to have it, at least on one of your characters right now. And then you also you need to grab as best of the creatures you can. Voyage Captain Selena you can buy. Have a good title. So it's the Frost Kingdom one. I forgot the name already. Legend of Frost you buy from the auction house. And for your aura, you want to buy from this NPC or buy here and then use RNG to buy the tickets. We also talked about enchantments. That's more min-maxing. You buy them from the auction house, and if you're not sure which ones to buy, check the enchant tab here and go through the list and see how much they cost and see what's worth it to you. Finally, once you have enough gold, get your amps to at least plus 10. And if you want to spend money and you care enough and you love this game, you go further like I have. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the major ways to upgrade your fame. And again, the important benchmarks you want to hit are 63,000 to enter Delezie Raid and at least do solo. And if you find a friend group that'll take you, sure, do a raid. Or if you want to find a pub, you need to get at least, I hope, 85k, maybe 90k fame so that you can have raid leaders accept you. So that's pretty much it. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I know this was a little bit of a longer video. There's no script, I'm just talking and going over things. If you enjoyed this content, I'll do more guides. Like and subscribe to tell me that you guys are actually enjoying the content, and I'll see you in the next one.